How ghetto is this rooftop? This one comes as a request. I could have sworn we actually went over these before, maybe, but might be them confused with another one. And as we were glancing over here earlier, I saw a couple gems that I go check these out. I think he was asking if it still had some units on there from before, but it looks like this has gone the way of cheap. Because I see a bunch of Goodman bastards up here. Alright, this thing needs to be put on slow here. Start right here. Pretty much nothing but the best for ghetto apartments, you know. A bunch of green turd Goodmans, pigeons, you know, and all that. The pigeons are a lot more difficult to get rid of than it is just to pick a better brand heat pump, but that's what they got. Yeah, it looks like the pigeons are getting scared by the whirly bird in the air. But anyway, let's go take a look at what I saw from the road over there. It looked like it was pretty choice, and maybe it's not as bad as it looked, but I thought I saw some double-decker specials over here.
Looks nice.
Yeah.
Look how nasty that looks.
Oh yeah, here it is. I go, what kind of double-decker erection set is that? This is what I could see from the ground. Look at the birds swarming. Man, they're going to knock this bird out of the sky if I'm not careful. And two of them like that. So, I don't know if the units originally went through the... They are surrounding this thing. I don't know if I want to stay here too long. But anyway, yeah, they got this freaking...
They might go on. They might
They're stupid pigeons. They're dumb, man. They might run into it.
Or they might poop on it.
Yeah, that'll drop it like a fucking Iraqi Scud missile. Whoa, that's close. All right. Anyway, there's this crazy. I don't know if they couldn't possibly have been a unit there before. I don't know what they were thinking, but yeah, look at that. It's up on stilts, man, like an erector set.
I bet that's why the Goodman turds are Goodman turds.
Man, these pigeons are coming at me like World War II Japanese kamikazes, man. Get the hell away from me, you filthy freaking flying rats. My goodness. All right, let's try to admire this from afar. Zoomed in, but yeah, let's try to figure out what the hell is that. An abandoned elbow and right there, or is that, no, it's just cinder blocks and a dish for satellite TV. So anyway, let's go take a look around. How big is this complex?
Pretty big.
You just know that, huh?
Yep, I'm sitting right in front of it. Yeah, because I think that over there is all one.
Yeah. Take a look on the other wings over here.
Are they all Goodmans? They look like it.
Yeah, it kind of looks like it. These birds are freaking pissed. Look, they're circling, man. They got all those birds were probably underneath those units, and they're just not happy so they're swarming, man. And they're pigeons. Pigeons are stupid, man. They might freaking run into me. So here's another cut-in, double-decker freaking Phoenix special. Look at that. What the hell, man? So service tech's gonna have to like stand on top of this lower Goodman to reach the upper deck of the electrical panel, which is right there on that one, and where the blower is, and of course, you know, getting to the condenser fan motor or outdoor fan motor is gonna take a step ladder. I mean, I've seen worse, but man, it's still pretty ugly, ghetto, pathetic. Let's take a look. Birds are swarming still. I don't like that. Oh, wait, is there one non-Goodman there, or is it just faded different? It's got the coil on the same side, so pretty much all Goodman turds for this rooftop. Now that I'm recording this, I forgot what brand he said was up here last. He wanted to see if it was some units that were changed a long time ago were still there, but evidently not. Now, I believe this is what they call the Phoenician apartments. I should have taken a look right before I started the video. What we got in the surrounding area here, just to take a look while we're up. It looks like some hodgepodge, various brands over here. residential setting over there. Let's see if we got more ghetto over in this other apartments on the other side of this wall over here. Or is this considered all the same property? This is the same property, and it's just all Goodman turds. I mean, but you know, the equipment kind of matches the, you know, ghetto level here. Let's take a...
I don't think the people that live here really take care of it.
Well, you live in an apartment, that's not your concern.
No, I know, but it looks like there's trash everywhere.
Let's see what they got over here on this complex. God, it almost seems like we looked at this once, but... Cooling tower, so there's going to be a chiller in these rooms here, one of these rooms. You can see a bunch of exhaust fans, boilers, and like a tank on top. That big expansion tank. Yeah, could be a storage tank for something else too, for the boilers. Although it's usually inside. And you got the cooling towers. Let's see. Are those? Oh, those look funny to me. I don't think the fans are running that. Now, you get a weird effect with video frame rate and the RPMs of a moving object like a fan blade, but it actually just looks like they're just, I don't know, there's like, I'm not familiar with these ones. It's got like, it looks like a 4-prop just sitting there just kind of coasting or something, and there's something turning the opposite direction, at least on the left one. Of course, when we look on the big screen, it always looks a little different. Anyway, that's now what's going with it. What? Oh, it's 2 motors. And I believe, maybe someone could chime in. These things always just seem to be like a low buck tower, but I'm not as familiar with them. But they just, you know, have the single fan on top of it. It's almost like it's got 2 of them in series. And then something in moving around. It just looks like moving around, but that green media or whatever there is just still. It's just the fact that there's a second propeller underneath the first one. That's what it is. Huh. Well, I'll be, or whatever works. So you can always look up, check these out later, you know, and see what they look like on paper. There's, like I said, a tank up there. So yeah, I'm sure that's nothing but the best for that place too. And these also similar apartments. Might be another set over here. Although, who knows? They could have it piped underground and feeding everything off of those, which is often the case. We got a pool. Ooh, they're fancy over here. But as you can see, these are all chiller. There's no equipment, you know, condenser units or heat pumps or anything like that over here. I just don't see a second set of towers or anything, so it's very well just all underground piped to that one system. There's a pool. That could be a community center right there, and sales office, most likely. Probably a nice place when it was first established. Yeah, it's quite something. So they can all be off of these same chiller and towers over here. They probably run out when everybody turns on the cooling at once. It's how a lot of apartments around here are known to be, especially as, you know, the capacity diminishes over time. I'm a little rusty on doing these How Ghetto are these rooftop series. I haven't done one in months. Let's take a look at just the corner commercial stuff, I guess. Speed this up a little bit. battery's holding at 52%. All my batteries from leaving them in a case in my vehicle are expanded. I could barely get them out of the charger or out of the drone, but they seem to be working. But I got some of those Lennoxes or what I got up here.
Where are you above?
I'm over the Walgreens. Look over there.
They're not that bad, actually.
Hey. Oh.
Besides that one part over there.
This thing's stirring a little wild on me. Trying to see what they got there. My eyes are not focusing in this bright light. Summertime. I can always check the brand later. Put it on the screen. So, okay, so check. It's over here. Rooftop equipment here, but you see there's a cooling tower and there's a bunch of pipes ran on the roof. That usually happens when they have to abandon the underground piping, either for the domestic or for the closed loop like this. So there's probably a chiller down here. There's one tower. Just gotta love when apartments have all or nothing, so if that one tower goes down, you're screwed, or somebody needs to shut it down to do any, like, gotta fix something and it's gonna be down for hours. It's like you're under the gun. The whole system's down, the chiller's down, and people are all bothering you when is it going to be done. So, yeah. Places that care, they always put like a redundant tower, maybe even a redundant chiller. But
what's with apartments though having like being ghetto and having ghetto like rooftops?
What it is the properties diminish in value after a while, and the clientele in the area diminishes. So it's no longer prime real estate. But it's the lower, lower rental, lower price, just whatever you want to call it.
That sucks. So I think that
less money invested in it. They're just, and sometimes it's so bad they become just slumlords. They will only fix something when they have to, and they'll do no maintenance. And these are the kind of guys that if you're an AC guy and you go out there and work on, these people are always don't want to pay. They always think you're charging too much, and then they don't want to do what you said needs to be done, and you'll band-aid it, and then they'll leave it with the band-aid, and then they call you when, after never doing what it needed to bring it up to specs, they'll call you when it breaks down again, which it's going to, but in their mind it's working, you fixed it. But then when it breaks again, they always want to say, well, is it the same thing? Is it warranty? Shit. So anyway, there you go. You kind of got some of the mountains there in the background. This is some ghetto apartments over here. Some sort of Phoenician palms, I think is what that was called. So, all right. So check them out. This is per request. Hadn't done one of these in a couple months. And hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Do it. Do not forget. Do not slack. Yeah.
And if you didn't like the video, thumb it down.
Hey.